Yo, yo, yo. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Safe Space Podcast. Yeah. Woo, woo. Yeah, yeah. I'm Malakai. I'm your host. And today we're talking about something that might challenge the way we see ourselves as mentors, educators, leaders, parents, and adults in children's lives. Today's episode is called Safe Adults versus Popular Adults. And I'm going to say this plainly. Not every adult who is liked is a safe adult, and not every safe adult is liked in the moment. Let's talk about it. Section 1. The desire to be liked. Now, if you work with kids, especially older kids or teens, you know how easy it is to slip into wanting to be the favorite. The fun one, the cool one, the one they laugh with, the one they choose first. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being enjoyable. There's nothing wrong with having good relationships. But here's the quiet question we have to ask ourselves. Am I leading or am I auditioning? I got y'all thinking. Because popularity and safety are not the same thing, and I think we get those two mixed up. Popularity is built on approval, and safety is built on consistency. Popularity says, I want you to like me. But safety says, I'm here to protect you even if you don't like me today. And there is a huge difference. Section 2. What a popular adult looks like. Let's be honest here. A popular adult avoids hard conversations. They soften boundaries so that they can stay liked. They laugh at things that probably need correction. They hesitate to enforce rules and consistency, and they prioritize connection over structure. And sometimes it looks harmless. It can even look warm and relatable. But here's the problem that we have here. When kids don't experience structure, consistency, and clear boundaries, they don't feel safe. They feel uncertain. And they may enjoy you, but they won't feel secure with you. And kids don't just need fun adults. They need grounded ones. Section 3. What a safe adult looks like. Now, a safe adult is different. A safe adult is consistent even on hard days. They correct behaviors without humiliating them. They keep private things private. They don't play the favorites game. And they set boundaries and keep them. A safe adult understands something powerful. That children test boundaries not because they hate structure, but because they are checking if it holds. Safety is predictable, guys. When a child knows, if I cross the line, this is what happens. If I mess up, I will be corrected, but not shamed. If I'm struggling, I will be supported, not exposed. That child can relax. They learn to relax, and that right there is safety. Section 4. The tension between being liked and being trusted. Now, here's where it gets uncomfortable. Sometimes when you choose to be safe instead of popular, you lose applause. And you lose temporary approval. You might even hear, you're too strict. You've changed. You're not as fun as you used to be. But here's the long-term reality. Kids may not always like the safe adult in the moment, but they trust them. And trust lasts a lot longer than popularity. Years from now, they won't remember who let them slide, but they'll remember who protected them from becoming something they weren't even meant to be. Section 5. Boundaries are not cold. They are protective. There's a big misconception that boundaries create distance. But truly, in reality, boundaries create emotional safety. So like when you say that's not appropriate, or when you're letting them know like we don't speak like that here, or I care about you too much to ignore that behavior and things like of that nature, you're just simply communicating. You're saying I see you and I value you and I won't let you drift. That's leadership. And leadership isn't loud. It's steady. Section 6. The danger of needing validation from kids. Now, let's dig deeper into this. If we need children to validate us emotionally, we put them in a role they were never meant to carry. Kids are not responsible for our self-worth. If our identity depends on being the favorite adult, we will avoid necessary correction. We will hesitate to hold standards. We will prioritize being liked over trusted. And we have to realize that slowly erodes safety. If we hesitate to hold standards, if we prioritize being liked over being trusted, I will say it again, that slowly erodes safety. This isn't about being cold. It isn't about being petty. It's about being secure enough in yourself that you don't need applause from the people that you're leading. Section 7. You can be warm and safe. Now, let me clarify something important. Safe does not mean rigid. Safe does not mean distant. Safe does not mean robotic. You can laugh. You can be relatable. You can build connection, because connection invites safety, and connection is so important. Connection and relationship with children are very important, but connection must sit on top of structure, not replace it. The goal isn't to remove that warmth, and the goal isn't to change that feeling of safety. The goal is to anchor it in consistency. Warmth without boundaries feels unstable, and boundaries without warmth feels harsh. Safe adults hold both. In the last section of today, here's a little question you guys can reflect on. When kids describe you to someone else, do they say they're fun, or do they say they're safe? Both are nice. Both are very nice. But only one builds lifelong impact. If you work with kids in a classroom, in aftercare, in ministry, in mentor, or even at home, your influence stretches further than you can see. You aren't just shaping behavior. You are shaping what safety feels like. And sometimes that means choosing trust over applause, choosing leadership over approval, choosing long-term impact over short-term popularity. Be warm, be consistent, be safe, and let popularity take care of itself. Thank you guys for listening to the Safe Space Podcast. If this episode really challenged you, share it with another educator, mentor, or leader, or even a parent. I'll see you guys next week. Stay grounded, stay intentional, and most of all, please stay safe. And remember, every child is a seed. It just takes someone willing to water them. Peace.